Hi, my name is Adrina Bagunian, and today is August 15th, 2024, and I'm going to be presenting about the anatomy and physiology of the retina. Let's begin by going over the general anatomy of the retina. The retina is the lining of the eye that contains photoreceptors that are sensitive to light. It allows for vision by sending information to the brain to be processed. There are 3 steps in this process of vision. The first step is that the lens focuses incoming light onto the retina. The second step is that the retina uses photoreceptors to convert this light into energy or in the form of electrical signals. The third step is that these electrical signals are processed into images via the neural pathways from the retina to the brain. Now that we went over the general anatomy of the retina, we can go deeper into its structures. So the retina crosses the small arteries and veins of the optic disc where neurons from the optic nerve and blood vessels exit the eye. The retina is formed from embryonic tissue, which also forms the brain. It's composed of many neurons that are divided into various layers. The 5 types of neurons in the retina are amacrine cells, bipolar cells, ganglion cells, horizontal cells, and, of course, the photoreceptors. These photoreceptors are located on the retina's bottom layer with photosensitive tips against the pigment epithelium. The retina is a neuronal tissue that usually contains glial cells, which are mainly astrocytes. It contains also Mueller cells, which are specialized support cells. A dark pigment epithelium layer is posterior to the retina's photosensitive region. The fovea of the retina, also called the dark spot, is the area without any neurons or blood vessels that would block light reception. The fovea and the macula, which is a small ring of tissue that surrounds the fovea, are the areas with the most acute vision, and they form the center of the visual field. On the left here, I've added a diagram from the Silverthorne textbook that goes over the topics I just discussed, but in a visual form. Here we can see the macula and fovea in an overview. Then we could see more in depth. And then this third image, we could see the 5 types of neurons that I discussed that make up the retina. Now that I talked about the anatomy of the retina, we can move on to talk about the physiology of the retina. The dark pigment epithelium layer of the retina absorbs light rays that leave photoreceptors and distorts the visual image by preventing distracting light from reflecting inside the eye. The photoreceptors of the retina are neurons that convert light energy into electrical signals, as I've mentioned before. The 2 primary types of photoreceptors in the retina are rods and cones. Rods function best in low light and are utilized for night vision. They are more numerous than cones by 20:1 ratio, except in the fovea because it only contains cones. Cones allow for high acuity vision and color vision during the day when light is more abundant. On the right is a diagram of the dark pigment epithelium in brown and the cones and rods I discussed, the cones being the one in purple and the rods a light brown color. My sources, I used the Silverthorne textbook, which is cited here in the AMA format.